Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and today we got another tool haul video for you guys. Today is another machinist tool haul. So basically, the inspiration for this tool haul was because we got our mill up and running, finally. So we'll actually be doing a separate video on that. We just got our phase converter hooked up. So there'll be another video on that. But because we got our mill running, we needed more machinist tools. So there's been a lady on Facebook Marketplace nearby to us who has been cleaning out her father's house. He had passed away and he was a machinist, I believe by trade at one point, and also as a hobbyist. And in his retirement, he had helped clean out a lot of other machinists that had passed away, and also was doing machinist trade shows and tool shows and all kinds of stuff. And he had hundreds and thousands of pieces of machinist tools. Believe it or not, the lady had been selling these machinist tools for probably 6 months. I think I've been seeing it on Facebook Marketplace. We've been there once before. We bought a couple things. That never made a video just because there was too much stuff going on at the time. But there are still so much left over. We went there and this is what we picked out. Basically, we've been there before. Every time we go there, there's some new stuff and there's some old stuff. They still keep finding things tucked in all nooks and crannies of the house, and they keep bringing them out and put them in the garage. Some stuff is in boxes under the table, so they put stuff up as things sell. So we went there mainly because we got the mill running, and there was a couple things that we were looking for. As soon as we got the mill running, we wanted to do some milling. So we grabbed an end mill and we realized we don't have an end mill holder. So we had bought an end mill holder. Fly cutter was something we definitely wanted. So we got a fly cutter here. And we picked out a bunch of other various things. So let's get started. Let's take a look and dive right in here. Reamers. We did not get reamers with our mill. If you watch that video, we got tons of end mills and other tooling, but we didn't get any reamers. So I saw this box of reamers and said, I gotta have it. You know, just one of these reamers, you know, if you go on eBay, even used, will cost you 30, 40 bucks. There were some nice big ones. This one here is a GTD. It's a 31/32. It's the number 400. It's brand new in the original package. We've got all different brands and kinds in here. I was happy to see a lot of GTD. These three here are actually GTD. And there's plenty more in here as well. It's just a brand that I know makes good stuff. There are some tapered reamers in here. All different sizes, large and small. I've barely gotten the time to look through it. I just saw reamers. Most of them are in good shape. Some of them look, you know, like they've got light use. So we picked up the box and here they all are. You know, there's probably 50 of them here. And we probably paid about $1 a piece for them. So that was an absolute steal. A must have. Nick found this interesting set right here, and it is made in Taiwan, but it's a 5C internal expanding collet set. Comes with this nice wooden holder, and you got the 4 different sizes, so you can basically do the opposite of a standard, you know, 5C collet. You can hold your part from the inside if you need to. It's always an option. We probably paid 20 bucks for it, maybe.
Yeah, what did the stickers gone? I think they were listed for like 50 and we got 60% off.
All right. Another thing that we definitely needed, our mill came with a vise, but we needed a set of parallels. And I'd never heard of this brand, Basic Line Industrial Sales. Just sounds like some USA company that sells Chinese products. But what we got inside here are 10 sets of parallels for the milling vise. We've got everything from 1/2 inch up to 1 5/8, and it goes by 1/8 inch jumps, but they're all brand new. They're all wrapped in this paper with the original, factory oil. They're all in here, unused. Brand new sets of parallels, so hopefully they're good quality. We definitely needed them. And I think she had it priced originally at $150. She's been selling stuff for so long, she realized her prices were too high and she's been going down. So it's 60% off that. So
it's $125 actually.
$125? Yep. Okay, 60% off $125. You guys do the math. It's under $60, I'll tell you that. Down here, Nick was looking for milling tools, obviously. So he basically picked up anything with the R8, arbors here, just so that we can use them in our Bridgeport mill. Nick, do you want to really quickly just kind of go over the stuff that you picked out and why you picked it out?
We got a boring bar holder. You can never have enough of those. This is a slitting saw arbor. We have a few, but that might be a size that we do not have. If not, it'll go for sale. This is a large end mill holder. I don't know for what size or for what brand, but again, we only have a limited amount, so that's nice. I don't know what this is, but it had an R8 taper and carbides. Or they're actually, yeah, they are carbides. So it's some sort of fly cutter or something like that. Small fly cutter. Again, just good to have multiple sizes. And this is for the lathe, but this is a 5C. Oh, this is a HD HHT Yama. I don't know what that is, but this is a 6-jaw chuck that goes in a 5C collet holder. Very strange, but we got that along with the T-handle and the paperwork. So interesting stuff. We'll probably end up using most of it.
Yeah. And real quick, I just want to introduce you guys to Remy. This is Nick's new puppy, and you've probably been hearing her in the background because she wants to play. Hi, Remy.
She's not used to being cooped up.
Yeah.
But my wife is out, and I have to watch her. She's been a good puppy. But people aren't here for puppies. Well, maybe they are, but they're here for tools.
I figured they might have heard her in the background, and I just wanted them to meet her. But
keep her entertained with her peanut butter filled Kong toy.
All right, back to tools. So, die holders, tons of them. What happened was I was sitting there looking at the boxes under the tables, the stuff that people really haven't been looking for, and I saw a bunch of GTD die holders, which I've been looking for. We have a lot of GTD dies, and of course they are varying sizes. You got the small ones, the big ones, it keeps going. So I was looking through the boxes, digging out, and I'm like, why don't I just ask her what she wants for the die box and the tap box? She came back with 70 on the tap box and 100 on the die box. And the die box was actually smaller, and I was like, oh, well, I'll definitely take the tap box. Let me think about the dies. And most of these die holders were actually in the tap box, believe it or not. And the die box had a lot less than that in it. And I'm like, let me think about it. And then she's like, oh, well, there's more over here. And I said, well, how about you take that and put it in this box, and then we'll call that 100. And we made the deal at that, and we did that. Then I picked out this large die holder. This is made by Vermont Tool Company, Vermont Tap and Die Corp, Lyndonville, Vermont, USA. Original box. It has been used a little bit, but it is in the original box. The handles come apart for easy storage, and it definitely accepts large dies. I don't know too much about how to identify the different sizes, so I'm just going to call it a large one for now. But great tool, American made. It's definitely going in the toolbox. What do we have down here? Well, let's start down here at the left. We have a GTD number 1753. This one is in very nice shape. It has like the black finish here. Then we have another GTD number 1853. We have a GTD number 1853 again, but this one has shorter handles. Looks like somebody had cut them down at one point, probably for a little bit tighter access, or maybe they just liked smaller handles. This one here is marked OK, made in USA, number 753. So I don't know who the manufacturer is on that. It just says okay. But it is USA made. GTD, number 1852, medium size. This one's a 1852 as well. And then here's another one, 3 in a row. We got a bunch of the GTD small ones. These are the 1851. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by GTD. This one here is made by Morse, but it's basically the same thing. This one here is made by Threadwell. Here's another bigger one by Morse. And there were a bunch of kind of unbranded ones. This one is just a cheap general brand. There's 2 here that are marked USA made, and then the rest of these are just completely unbranded. Possibly some of them might have been, you know, machinist made. Some of them look a little rough, I guess you could call them. Some of them might just be cheap Chinese stuff. We got 3 tap handles over here. This one looks like it possibly is homemade, kind of to copy a Starrett, probably the 91B tap handle. It just looks a little too rough for a Starrett, and it's unmarked. This one here says The Little Giant, and it says Wells, Bros & Co., Greenfield, Mass. Then this one here is unbranded, but it kind of looks a lot like the ones that used to come in the Craftsman kits. So maybe it's... We've got 3 more GTD tap handles up here as well. With that, of course, we got the boxes. You know, I was happy to get this. You know, metric stuff is harder for us to come by. There's a lot of American stuff out there. Metric is, there's less. So anytime I can see and find metric, I always pick it up. Here's another tap handle, a general that was just in there. I just found that now. And we have boxes and boxes full of taps. All different sizes, all different kinds. This box here was interesting. We noticed it's all left-hand threads. So we've got 2 taps and 3 dies in there. Those are all left-hand. We've got more taps in here. GTD, flat bottom. Here's another GTD. These might very well all be GTD. A lot of them are brand new. This one's a Morse, but they seem all to be good brands. We got some coarse threads, we got some fine threads, just good variety. Definitely good for our tap collection for sure. There is a larger case in here. Let me pull that out. We haven't even seen this one yet. But there it is. More taps, more taps. Look at that one. That is super fine thread. Got some deburring tools in there. This one's made in Poland. It's a 3/4-32. And I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but that is a very fine thread for a 3/4 bolt size. There's even a Williams wrench in here. One of those, you know, pin spanning wrenches. Another fine thread. Just so much good stuff. More up here. There is just so much stuff. We've got, this is all taps, mini screwdrivers. There's a die and more taps in here. Here's just some more small stuff. Here's a thing of dies. It just goes on and on and on. It'll take us quite a while to go through all this for sure. I always love picking up boxes full of stuff because it's like a little surprise when you get home. And a lot of this stuff was well cared for. It's not rusty at all. Some of these tins, you know, they have put oil in there to keep this stuff in good shape. That's just an unbranded little tap wrench. And there's just more and more. Dies, it's the same story over here. We've got a bag full of dies. You've got some cheap stuff, but you've got some good stuff. It goes on. This one here, there's some really good stuff in here, like metric stuff. That's not metric, but I know there are some in here. You got M18 by 2.5. That's not metric. M20 by 2. M20 by 1.5. That one is 3/8 by 24. But I think you guys get the gist. There's just tons and tons of stuff. It's just the bulk goodies, including the 1.5 by 6. I wonder if you can see that. 6 threads per inch. It's amazing. I think that basically concludes the tool haul. I forgot, I skipped over some stuff down here, I think. We've got our tool post holder. This is an AXA tool post holder. It's actually going to replace the Chinese one that we have on our metal lathe. It is an Aloris tool post made in the USA. We've got a set of counterbores and the counterbore pilots. And down here, of course, wrenches. I love wrenches. And I got this little pair of Utica pliers. Very, very fine cutting pliers here. We've got 4 of these square drive wrenches, 3 by Williams, 1 by Armstrong. Got a South Bend lathe wrench, J.H. Williams, number 472. And I found 1 engineer's wrench by Williams, the number 704. I just love these. I think they're super cool. I think I got everything. Oh!
More thing to your right.
She did give us this at the end. Just threw this in as a freebie. We were there a couple weeks ago. We bought a bunch of collets. We didn't make a video, unfortunately, because the garage here was completely torn up. Nick was getting some electrical work done, and we had to take down shelves and move everything around. The lathe was moved. They put in a sub panel, and that was all kind of done because Nick was getting some upgrades. So we didn't get videos from that. I was doing videos in my shed, but last time we bought a bunch of 5C collets for our lathe, which uses the 5C collets, and we were able to not only fill our collection, but we had extras, and we will probably get more. So she gave us this 5C collet stand. We're not entirely sure where we're going to put it, but we've got it. So I think it would be cool if we could wall mount it, but we'll have to figure that out. Even just these panels here could be used and inlaid in drawers or something, but we'll figure that out at a later time. I want to thank you guys for watching our video today. Definitely leave a comment below. Tell us what you think. Tell us about your favorite tools. I think we got a steal. We paid $550 for everything you see here, and that is definitely a steal. This stuff is not cheap. You go on eBay, you know, even this is made in Taiwan, you know, that's $100 or so. This tool post, the Aloris tool post, just as it is with no tool holders, is $100 used. You know, these wrenches can be $15. You know, like I said, the reamers can be $30, $40 for the large ones. It all adds up. But the taps and the dies, I think that was the steal of the day. There's a lot of value in there. It's kind of a mess, but I'll be going through it, be organizing it, and we'll be putting that stuff to use. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Remember, check out our eBay store. Link is in the description down below. Everybody gets 10% off. Don't forget to use the coupon code. And I'll probably be listing a bunch of these die handles. I do not need 10 of the same die handle. All GTD and good brands. So check that out. Get your 10% off. And if you guys have extra time, check out NK Landscaping, our other YouTube channel where we do our day-to-day business. So have a great day, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Bye-bye.